Hello and welcome. My name is Monique and I am the Business Development Manager with YOLO Cares. I'm so excited to be here with you today and to share this amazing information about advanced care planning. 5 wishes, 1 plan, let's make it yours. Now more than ever, it's so important to make your wishes known. That's why advanced care planning, advanced care directives are so very important. Advanced care planning is not just about old age. It really is at any age. Because at any age, a medical crisis could leave you too ill to make your own decisions, your own healthcare decisions. Advanced care planning involves learning about the types of decisions that might need to be made. Considering those decisions ahead of time is so important, and then letting others know, both your family and your health providers, about your preferences. And that's why we're here. So welcome. Once again, very excited to talk about advanced care planning, advanced care directives. This is a program by Aging with Dignity that we've partnered with YOLO Cares to bring this message, and it is 5 wishes. This allows you to really dig in, and see if there are things that you've already thought about, things that you haven't thought about. Maybe you've already done an advanced care planning or an advanced care directive, maybe even in your trust or your will, but it's always nice to make sure that you have absolutely everything covered for when you come to this transition of life or the end of life in which you're not able to make your own decisions. We want to make sure that everything you want is taken care of. So let's go ahead and move forward. We do have a bit of a presentation for you today with a PowerPoint. And then we're going to go into a video for you today. So just a little bit about YOLO Cares, who we are and what we do. We are a palliative and also hospice care agency. Our mission is to serve our communities, provide the highest quality of care to every patient, every family, every time. We honor the wishes of each person. At YOLO Cares, we meet patients where they are, and we provide care that fits the goals of the patients in addition to the family. We also honor the entire person. YOLO Cares provides medical, spiritual, psychosocial, and education support to the patient and the family. Patient comfort is also very important here at YOLO Cares. YOLO Cares is medically directed and assists people with a life-limiting illness by providing pain control, sophisticated system relief, and also comfort. So where exactly is YOLO Cares? Very excited to be a part of this agency as we are growing and continue to service the following counties. So we are in Yolo, Sutter, Solano, Colusa, and also the Sacramento counties. YOLO Cares provides care wherever the patient resides. So this includes skilled nursing facilities, assisted living facilities, and also patient homes. A little bit about our YOLO Cares team. Our focus is to always take care of you. We have a director of patient care services. We have social workers, spiritual care counselors. We also have alternative therapists like massage therapy, pet therapy, art, Reiki, in addition to music therapy. We also have trained volunteers. We have an amazing volunteer program. Home health aides, registered nurses, also medical directors on staff. And what we do here at YOLO Cares, we work together specifically for you. So now as we move into advanced care planning, we're going to go into a video. And what I want you to do as you look at this video, really dig into each 5 components. Because within the 5 wishes, you'll find the simplicity, but also the complexity of you really seeing what exactly you want at this transition and also this end of life. So I hope you enjoy it. This is one of my favorite videos, and once again, I'm so excited to share it with you today.
Hello, and thank you for your interest.
Okay. Keep talking? Okay. As we're getting the video together, of the 5 wishes, I did want to go over what each wish is just briefly. Oh, there we go. We got the video. I'll continue with the 5, and then I'll have the gentleman on the video begin to speak. So the first one you're going to notice is the person I want to make care decisions for me when I can't make the decisions myself. The second wish in which you're going to speak about is the kind of medical treatment that I want or that I do not want. The third wish is how comfortable do I want to be? The fourth wish is how I want people to treat me. It's absolutely amazing because we always think that people are going to automatically treat us exactly the way we think we should be treated. But upon this time of our life in which maybe we have lost some control in terms of making our own decisions, once again, we want to make sure that those making decisions for us are the ones that we want and that we are treated like we want to be treated. And number 5 is what I want my loved ones to actually know. So here we go.
We hope this presentation helps you better understand how to use America's most popular way of making healthcare decisions before a serious illness. Now, the truth is, we know that this can be a difficult topic to discuss. It can be hard to bring up this topic with your family and your close friends, and sometimes even healthcare providers are a little reluctant to bring up the topic with their patients. But we all know that it's far better to make these decisions now rather than in the middle of a health crisis. It's important to give some thought to who you would trust to make healthcare decisions for you if you're not able to make those decisions for yourself, and also to give them some guidance on the kinds of medical treatment you'd want or not want, and also to tell them what they could do as your caregivers, both your doctors and your family, to make you feel comfortable and that your dignity is being honored and respected. That's where 5 Wishes comes in. It's an easy way for you and your loved ones to get the quality and the dignified care that you want when you really need it the most. So in the next few minutes, you'll hear more about the basics. We'll give you tips on how to fill out the document and also how to communicate your wishes with your doctor and with your family. And then I'll be back in a little while to answer some of the questions that we hear most often about 5 Wishes.
When I created 5 Wishes, I wasn't sure if anybody would want it. And we first had the press announcement that 5 Wishes existed, and I wasn't sure what the reaction would be, and the next thing I know, the mailman's bringing tubs of mail in from all over Florida. And that led to then a national document that would help families all over America. And now you see, these years later, millions of copies that have been sent to families, and more important, millions of discussions that have taken place around the dinner table and in the living room, and sometimes in the hospital room, helping families plan for and discuss good end-of-life care.
More than 18 million Americans are using the 5 Wishes Advance Directive to talk about and plan for care in case of a serious illness.
People use 5 Wishes because it's written in simple, easy-to-understand language. 5 Wishes is also a family discussion tool that is useful in all 50 states. It turns into a legally valid document in most states once you fill it out and sign it. 5 Wishes helps your doctor and family know exactly what your wishes are. It also allows you to talk about your personal, spiritual, and emotional issues, not just your medical concerns. 5 Wishes was created by Aging with Dignity founder Jim Toohey. He's an attorney and former assistant to the president. He headed Florida's Social Services Agency and was legal counsel to Mother Teresa of Calcutta for 12 years until her death. He spent 2 years working full-time as a volunteer in her missions in Mexico and the U.S.
Mother Teresa made sure that the individual's medical needs were met, but she also cared about their emotional and spiritual and personal needs. She accompanied them, and I saw that often in America, we don't do a very good job of providing dignity in the process. We don't help families feel like they have rights and a voice and a say in their care. And so 5 Wishes was developed to give them that voice.
Our modern medical technology is the envy of the world. But unfortunately, one of the things we've lost is the personal touch in caring for people as they approach the end of their lives. We've turned dying into a medical moment, and this technology has turned into a trap for many people. It's artificially prolonged the dying process, and it's left many families feeling miserable. Some are left to guess what their loved ones want. Others feel guilty. 5 Wishes ends the bedside guessing game, and this is one of the reasons it's become so popular. With 5 Wishes, you're able to put in your own words what you want or don't want and describe the things that matter to you. And if you're one of the 78 million baby boomers in America with aging parents and grandparents, you'll find 5 Wishes helps you to be a good son or daughter to them. When their needs are known and stated in writing, you avoid needless disagreements and painful arguments among family members. Talk with your doctor about your care preferences. Give your doctor a copy of your completed 5 Wishes so that your instructions for care are clearly understood when the time comes. In this video, we'll walk through each of the 5 Wishes and offer advice on how you may want to fill out yours. Wish 1 allows you to decide who will make healthcare decisions for you when you are unable to speak for yourself. Wish 2 discusses the kind of medical treatment you want and allows you to describe any medical treatment you don't want. Wishes 3 through 5 are what make 5 Wishes different from all other living wills and advance directives. These speak to what's in your heart, how you want to be treated, and what you want your loved ones to know. Next, you'll be given complete instructions on how to sign, witness, and file your 5 Wishes document. And finally, we'll answer some commonly asked questions about 5 Wishes. Let's get started. Wish 1, the person you want to make healthcare decisions for you when you can't make them for yourself. This is also known as a durable power of attorney for healthcare, or healthcare agent. Once you complete your 5 Wishes, this will be a legal grant of authority to a person to act on your behalf when you're incapable of making decisions, whether it's for a temporary period of time or permanently. There are instructions on choosing the right person to be your healthcare agent. Read those instructions carefully. They give you helpful advice about how to choose the right person for you. There's also space on the form to choose alternates in case the person you select is either unwilling or unable to serve. As we go forward in Wish 1, you see a list of actions your healthcare agent can take on your behalf. It begins with making choices about your medical care, and it continues with rights that you may legally confer on your healthcare agent. If you see something you don't want your agent to have the power to do, simply cross it out. If you'd like to add to or limit the powers of your healthcare agent, you can do that in the space that's there on the form. You'll also find advice on what to do if you decide you want to have a different healthcare agent, or if you change your mind about having one at all. That's Wish 1. It's as simple as that. Now let's turn to Wish number 2. Your wish for the kind of medical treatment you want or don't want when you can't speak for yourself. Wish number 2 serves as a living will. We begin with general instructions to your caregiver and stress the importance of good pain management, even if that pain management might leave you a little sleepy or drowsy. After giving general instructions to caregivers, Wish number 2 then turns to the definition of life support treatment. The instructions include treatments that are commonly included in most states. Read the definition of life support carefully. We provide space within the instructions for you to limit the meaning of life support treatment in a manner that reflects your own personal or religious feelings and beliefs. For example, some people will specify that in certain situations they do not want artificially administered food and water, so-called tube feeding, to be treated as life support treatment. That decision is up to you. And it's a decision you make based on your own personal and religious beliefs, as well as your own wishes regarding the kind of medical treatment you want or don't want in any situation. We also give you advice about a Do Not Resuscitate form in the section entitled In Case of an Emergency. A Do Not Resuscitate order is different from the 5 Wishes form because it must be signed by a physician. It's typically given only in hospitals or nursing homes or to individuals with a terminal illness, and it deals with emergency care. Read that section carefully and talk to your doctor because you may need to fill out and have a physician sign a do not resuscitate order as well. Now that we have an understanding of what life support treatment means to you, we turn next to the 4 most common scenarios you might face in times of serious illness. We begin with instructions for when you are close to death. Read this section carefully. It describes what it means to be close to death and then gives you one of 3 choices. The 3 choices are: 1, that you want life support treatment when you are close to death; 2, that you do not want life support treatment and that if it's been started, you want it stopped; and 3, that you want life support treatment if your doctor believes it's going to help, and if it's not going to help, that you want it stopped. Those are the general instructions that your physician needs to know from you. And of course, discuss this with your healthcare agent so that you've clearly communicated your wishes. We now turn to the next scenario: what you wish if you're in a coma and you are not expected to wake up or recover. Read that carefully. You are given the same 3 choices. Think about what you will want in this situation and check the appropriate box. The 3rd scenario addresses permanent and severe brain damage in cases when you're not expected to recover. Read that section and the description of that condition, and then check the box that reflects the kind of treatment you want. And finally, in wish number 2, there is a space for you to describe any other conditions under which you would not want to receive life support treatment. Some people leave this section blank. Others make very clear that there are certain situations not addressed above in which they do not want life support treatment. After you've filled that out, you've now completed wish number 2, and you're ready to go to wishes 3 through 5, the sections that make 5 wishes unique. Wish 3 talks about how comfortable you want to be. It gives you an opportunity to stress that you don't want to be in pain, that you want your pain managed. Now you may say, won't the hospital or nursing home take care of my pain? We hope they would, but it's important to make clear that this is what you want. America is good at curing people, but it's not very good at caring for people, and that's why we stress good pain management in wish 3. Then 5 wishes lists other forms of caregiving that you may request that are just good hospice practice. For example, placing a cool, moist cloth on your forehead when you have a fever. There are other things that you can read and see that talk about how you want to be comfortable. Perhaps you want music played or someone to read to you. We get so much mail from people who tell us how 5 wishes help them cope with the ordeal of a loved one's death, how doing what the person wanted brought peace of mind and satisfaction to family members. We also got a lot of wonderful feedback about wish 4, the wish that lets you communicate how you want to be treated when you're seriously ill. Wish 4 allows you to say to caregivers and to others, here's how I want to be treated so that my God-given human dignity can be maintained. That matters to me. Wish 4 gives you control, even if you're not able to speak for yourself. It allows you to talk about your spiritual needs. You may want someone by your bedside praying for you or praying with you. You may want your hand held. You may not want to be alone, particularly if death is near. Wish 4 gives you that opportunity. Read each of the items and feel free to write additional pages on separate paper if you have other cares that aren't listed in wishes 3 and 4. We give you ideas of care choices that you may want to communicate, but you may have your own particular wishes instead. Write them down. It's perfectly fine to attach those pages to your 5 wishes once you've filled it out. In wish 4, you're saying, this is what dignified care means to me. I want you to know these things matter to me. Now let's go to wish 5. Wish 5 is my wish for what I want my loved ones to know. This is unique to 5 wishes. You're asked to think about and communicate matters of the heart and soul, to talk about your love for your family members and friends and others, and to talk about forgiveness. Wish 5 gives you a chance to think about asking for forgiveness from those you may have hurt in your life, and it allows you to convey forgiveness. People get very creative with Wish 5 because it gives them a chance to communicate. Here's what's in my heart. Here's what's on my mind. Here's what matters in my life. There's also space in Wish 5 to communicate your burial instructions and to give advice to family members and others about a memorial service, specific readings or songs you may want read or sung during the service, or if you want a memorial service at all. At the bottom, space is available for you to describe your wishes for organ donation and any other concerns that we might call closure matters. It addresses all your closure concerns so that if sudden illness strikes and you're not able to speak and communicate anymore, you have written communication that states exactly how you feel. It's truly one of the best aspects of 5 wishes. Once you've filled out your 5 wishes, there's one more thing you need to do. You need to sign it and make sure you follow the instructions in the Signing the 5 Wishes section of your booklet. You also need to make sure that your witnesses meet the requirements that are listed in the instructions. Your witnesses should watch you sign the form in their presence. It's not complicated, nor is it difficult to do. Just follow the directions. Write your name, your address and phone number, and sign it in the presence of your 2 witnesses. Some people ask if your signature has to be notarized or not. Look in the box on the form that talks about notarization. Unless you live in one of the states listed in the box, you do not need to have your signature notarized. Now, if it's convenient for you to have your signature notarized, go ahead and do it, but it's not required by law unless you live in one of the states listed in the box. Once you've signed your 5 wishes form in the presence of 2 witnesses and properly followed the instructions, congratulations. You now have a legal document in your hands. You are now part of a growing number of Americans, millions and counting, who've completed 5 wishes. But there's something else you need to do that's important. You need to take this form and review it with family members, your healthcare agent, and your physician. It's not enough to just fill out the form and stick it in a safe deposit box. In fact, that's the last place your 5 wishes form should go. Make copies of your form and give it to everyone who needs to know and understand your wishes. Taking this important step ensures that you have thoroughly communicated your wishes so you can get the kind of care you want and deserve. After you've made copies of the form, fill out the wallet card and write down where your original 5 wishes form is located. This way, if you have an accident, your wallet card will indicate who your healthcare agent is and where your 5 wishes form is located. That's it. You're all done. Congratulations for having the courage to complete 5 wishes. It can be tough sometimes to confront these questions, but once you do it, you're glad you did. Keep in mind that 5 wishes isn't just for you, it's also for the people you care about and who care about you. It's a gift to them because it explains very clearly what you want at the end of your life. We hope that 5 Wishes is the engine that drives change in America, that preserves human dignity near the end of life so that people receive the kind of care they want and deserve. In the next section of this video, we'll discuss some of the most frequently asked questions about 5 Wishes. Then we'll give you information about ordering additional copies for yourself, your loved ones, your employees, anybody who cares about improving end-of-life care.
Aging with Dignity's headquarters office is located in Tallahassee, Florida, the state with the nation's highest percentage of elderly citizens. This is the Aging with Dignity mailroom, which is a pretty busy place. Each day we process requests from all over the world for 5 Wishes. Many are repeat orders from individuals or groups who have seen for themselves how 5 Wishes has provided peace of mind to so many people. In this portion, we'll go over some of the most frequently asked questions we receive about 5 Wishes. Much of this information is also on our website at www.agingwithdignity.org. One of the questions we're often asked about 5 wishes is, who should fill out 5 wishes? The answer is any adult can, whether you're 18 or 80. You can fill out 5 wishes and have the peace of mind in knowing that you've communicated your wishes. That way, you can get the kind of treatment you want and deserve. Now, if you're married, it's important for you and your spouse each to fill out your own 5 wishes. You cannot fill out one form for both of you. After you've completed the form, follow the instructions on signing and witnessing. We urge as many adults as possible to fill out 5 wishes so that care at the end of life will improve in our country and more people will have their wishes respected and followed. Many people, when they see 5 wishes, say, "Gee, I wish I had this form when I filled out a living will." Well, there's good news. You can change to 5 wishes. Follow the instructions in the booklet under the section that says, "How do I change to 5 wishes?" Then, fill out your 5 wishes, and be careful to follow the signing and witnessing requirements. Now, you have a new legal document that's valid. Next, make sure your healthcare agent and others know that you've filled out a 5 wishes, and give them a copy of your newly completed form. You may be wondering, what if I live in a state that's not listed as a 5 wishes state? Well, I have some more good news. You can still use 5 wishes. What we suggest people do in that situation is fill out the state-required form, which you can get from your doctor, and then fill out your 5 wishes. Attach it to that state form so that your healthcare providers know the fullness of your wishes. Personally, I don't like state forms because they require you to use their words to express your wishes, which doesn't make sense to me. But fortunately, people who use 5 wishes with their state form have the chance to communicate to everyone, "Here are my wishes." Do make sure that what you fill out in your 5 wishes form doesn't contradict something you put in your state form. We anticipated that possibility, so we made wish number 2 track with what most living wills have in their form. Wish number 1 tracks with what most durable power of attorney for healthcare forms have. That's why we've seen thousands and thousands of Americans in states that aren't so-called 5 wishes states use 5 wishes. And we're hopeful that soon 5 wishes will meet the legal requirements in all states. Check the 5 wishes states section of our website for updated information or special instructions for your state. Since 5 wishes has become so popular and is used around the world, we're often asked about using 5 wishes outside the United States. While it may not be a legal document in other countries, because most other countries don't address advanced care planning in the law, 5 wishes is still a good way to express your preferences, no matter where you live. The most important thing is to make sure your family and your healthcare providers understand what's important to you if you get sick. Many have wondered, what happens if I move to a different state? Is my 5 wishes still valid? Well, the answer to that question depends on which state you move to. So you need to look at the list of 5 wishes states. If you move to a 5 wishes state, your 5 wishes is still legally valid. You don't need to fill out a new form. But if you move to a state that's not listed there, then you need to get that state's required form and fill it out. You can then attach your old 5 wishes to it, and that lets your healthcare providers know exactly what your wishes are. A lot of people wonder if they should periodically update their 5 wishes form. What we tell people is, do what your heart tells you to do. If you want to give better instructions to your healthcare agent, if you want your family members to know more or different things, then go ahead and follow the instructions on changing your form. That means go and revoke your previous form by writing "revoke" on it. Destroy the old copies and tell your healthcare agent and others that you have a new 5 wishes form, and then throw the old one out. A lot of people do it once a year. Sometimes people do it once and never change their 5 wishes. It really depends on you and what your wishes are. I know in my own case, I filled out my 5 wishes form, and later I went back and changed a couple of things because my thinking about what I had wanted had changed. Just follow the instructions. If you need to order a new 5 wishes, just call us at 1-888-594-7437. That's 1-888-5-WISHES. You can also go online to www.agingwithdignity.org. Or you can send your request and payment through the U.S. mail using the address that's printed on the form. People ask us all the time if they can make copies of 5 wishes. The answer is yes, if you're making copies of your completed form. We've stressed in this video the importance of making copies of your completed form and giving it to your healthcare agent, to your physician, to family members, and to others that care about you. We do not give permission to photocopy blank copies of the 5 wishes form. It's copyrighted material, and we've heard from a number of hospitals and physicians and other healthcare organizations that they prefer to see 5 wishes show up in the original booklet form, not as a photocopy. So, you have our permission to make copies of your completed form, but we do not give permission for those who want to photocopy the blank form. Each person should complete and sign one original form. People often ask how to start a conversation about 5 wishes. One thing that many people have found helpful is to start with your own wishes first. Rather than going to your parents or spouse and asking what they would want in case of a serious illness, begin by telling them what's important to you, in case they ever have to make a decision on your behalf. It's a lot easier to start that way. It also helps you become more familiar with the document, so you can explain it to others. Sometimes we're asked why there are 3 options for each situation in wish number 2. Yes, I want life support treatment. No, I don't want life support treatment. Or, I want it if my doctor thinks it could help. You should pick the option that best reflects your wishes. That third middle ground option is there because some people tell us that describes, in a few words, exactly what they want to say. But choose the option that makes sense for you, and feel free to add anything on the blank lines on that same wish. If you're wondering if we have other resources related to 5 wishes, the answer is yes. Next Steps is a guide with tips on talking with your family and doctor about 5 wishes. It also includes information on being a good healthcare agent. My Wishes is a new document to help children express what's important to them if they get sick. It helps children communicate to parents and healthcare providers what makes them feel safe and comfortable and how they want to be treated. We also have new translations. 5 Wishes has been translated into 20 languages to help people make decisions with a document they can understand. It's also available in Braille. Check Aging with Dignity's website for updated information. People who have used 5 Wishes often ask what they can do to spread the word about the document or provide it to others. We know of more than 10,000 organizations across the world that are distributing 5 Wishes. These organizations include hospitals and hospices, physicians and attorneys, churches and synagogues, social and civic groups, employers and government offices. So, I hope you'll think about bringing 5 Wishes to others, those in your family, your workplace, your neighborhood, your place of worship. I'd like to congratulate you for having the courage to fill out a 5 Wishes Advance Directive. It can be tough sometimes to confront these questions, but once you did it, you're glad you did. More and more people are discovering that 5 Wishes isn't just for yourself, it's for the people you care about. It's a gift to those who care about you because it lets them know what it is you want. It's also a discussion tool to use with those you care about so that you are there for them when they need you the most. We hope 5 Wishes is the engine that drives change in America, so that God-given human dignity is preserved near the end of life, and that people receive the kind of care they deserve.
Information for you for free as a partner with Aging with Dignity. Here we do have the advanced care planning, the 5 wishes actual sheet, in which you can call our office. We will also go through the presentation, and at the very end you'll see the information of our corporate office in Davis, California, in order for you to get your own 5 wishes. You can get as many 5 wishes documents as you like. Also, as the video was talking about, actually having the conversation of the advanced care planning and the 5 wishes can be difficult. So one thing I do is I always recommend, along with the 5 wishes, to also get the booklet, which is called 5 Wishes Conversation Guides for Families and also Individuals, because this really gives you great tools to read through of how to actually start the conversation and keep it moving in direction that will be both beneficial to you, friends, family, in addition to your healthcare takers. One quick example in here, just to let you know a little bit about this booklet. Let's see. The 5th one is one of my favorite, how it says, I know you're in good health, and I hope you do live to be 100, but just in case you get sick, I would like to know a few things so I can help you if you need me. I'm going to leave you a copy of 5 wishes, and let's talk about it after you've looked over it. So once again, even though you begin to have the conversation, it doesn't have to be directly immediate, but it can be another time in which you get together and definitely fill out the 5 wishes. Some additional resources that we do have here at YOLO Cares. We are an independent nonprofit. We are a mission-based organization, and we provide resources to anyone in our service areas. Once again, Yolo County, Sacramento, Sutter, Colusa, and also Solano. So our resources do include free community grief support, which is our bereavement. Whether you have come through our services or not, our bereavement services are free to our community. The advanced care planning resources, in which we've just gone through today, respite and also caregiver resources, and also community education, in which we do come to facilities. We also do the educations on Zoom, within transition of life, end of life, and palliative, and also hospice care. Okay. So once again, in regards to the 5 Wishes booklets, and also there are online forms available, which is absolutely amazing. You, once again, can call our office and get the 5 Wishes booklet in addition to the how to have the conversation. But if you would like an online form versus a paper form, that's something that you can also get from us here at YOLO Cares. You would simply need to give us a call at the office. You can also go ahead and send us an email directly, and we can send you the link of how to do this online. Once again, here at YOLO Cares, we are always available 24 hours. Anyone can make a referral to our services. If you or someone you know is in need of either our hospice or either our palliative care, or even more information about what you learned today, please give us a call. Our number is 530-758-5566 to request a consultation. And also for any questions about community resources, educations, in addition to grief support, you can also give us a call at the same number at 530-758-5566. 5566. So thank you so much. I believe we can open up questions if we do have any. I am more than happy to answer any questions. As you can see on the screen, you see YOLO Cares. It does have our address at 1909 Galileo Court, Suite A in Davis, California. It does have the phone number once again at 530-758-5566. And you can also go to our website for more information at www.yolocares.org. And once again, my name is Monique with YOLO Cares, a Business Development Manager, and it was such a pleasure for me to share this information with you today. Once again, this information does not have to be age specific. It can be at any age to let everybody know what we want at the transition of life. Once again, thank you. There we go. Okay. How does an online form work if video says you need an original, I think that's version? Yes. So the online form, it's in a PDF, and instead of having the paper copy, it's just like this. And when you fill out the online form, you can only do it one time. Like, you have to put all of your information, your email address, and so it's a secure site to make sure that it's not duplicated or also copied. So what you have on the online version is also considered an original version also. Did that answer the question, I think? Hopefully. Is it signed after? Yes, after you print out, so we're still speaking of the online document, I believe? Yes, so after it's printed out, then you will be able to sign it, correct? Great questions, thank you. It always makes me feel good when I have at least one question. Oh, absolutely. Okay. Yes?
Is California a 5 wishes state?
Yes, California is a 5 wishes state, correct. Yes. And we have the privilege of having an audience today too, so really excited about that we are in person in addition to being online today. But yes, California is a 5 wishes state, which is great. So once again, thank you so much. Any information, any questions, more that you do have, please go ahead and reach out to us. We are of service 24 hours a day. We have an amazing front desk staff. When you call, you'll get a voice, and then they will direct you to whatever department is of need. Once again, if there is a referral that needs to be made for any of our services, please do not hesitate to call us, because once again, we are here for you. Once again, thank you and have an amazing day.